Welcome to our Gook 3 News channel. Today we will talk about the unraveling reality, the failure of sanctions against Venezuela. The intent versus the outcome. The initial intention behind imposing sanctions on Venezuela was to encourage democratic change and human rights improvements. However, the reality on the ground has been far from what was anticipated. Rather than resulting in positive transformations, the sanctions have contributed to an exacerbation of the existing crisis, leading to widespread economic hardships for the Venezuelan population. Unintended consequences. One of the unintended consequences of sanctions has been the emergence of a thriving black market, as the scarcity of goods and hyperinflation have pushed people to find alternative ways to access essential resources. Additionally, sanctions have inadvertently fueled corruption and allowed illicit networks to flourish, undermining the very goals they were meant to achieve. Humanitarian crisis deepens. The failure of sanctions is most evident in the escalating humanitarian crisis. Lack of access to medical supplies and essential services has led to a decline in healthcare standards, leaving the population vulnerable to preventable diseases and increasing mortality rates. This dire situation raises ethical questions about the true impact of sanctions on innocent civilians. Exploring alternatives. As the limitations of sanctions become increasingly apparent, exploring alternative strategies becomes crucial. Diplomacy, multilateral negotiations, and targeted aid efforts could prove more effective in addressing the root causes of the crisis while minimizing harm to the population. Learning from the failures of past approaches is essential for crafting a more productive path forward. Conclusion. The failure of sanctions against Venezuela underscores the complexity of international interventions and the need for carefully tailored strategies. As the Venezuelan people continue to suffer, it is essential to re-evaluate approaches. Learning from past mistakes and embracing solutions that prioritize the well-being of the population. By examining the lessons of these failures, we can work towards more effective methods of supporting positive change in Venezuela. If you liked the video, give it a like. Comment and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.